Oh, Ronda Rousey leaving. That must suck for some people. But before I talk about Ronda Rousey, I want to start with Shayna Strickland. On Twitter, he wrote "The Decision," and there's a photo of him with the logo of AEW, New Japan, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and WWE. So basically he's telling the fans, hey, where should I go? I'm sure the WWE, they really want Shayna Strickland because he is very talented and he can do very well on NXT. But there's another promotion that needs new people in the company, and that promotion is Ring of Honor. You know, with guys like the Young Bucks, Cody, Hangman Page, leaving the company, even ICU. So if Shayna Strickland goes to Ring of Honor, I'm sure he will be taken care of. He will be one of the top guys. He can stay there for a while, at least, you know, for a year, because Ring of Honor, they're doing their deals now per year. I don't know if that's the right decision to do, because you're not guaranteed that talent will stay more than a year. Then you have to renew with them and the time will come. It's just going to be, you know, New Japan back in the old days. After Wrestle Kingdom, the contracts will be done, and it's usually only for 1 year or 2. So where should he go? We don't know. If I was in his position, of course, I will either choose between Ring of Honor or AEW and WWE. You can't go to Impact. I mean, they're barely doing anything. And New Japan, I don't know if they are interested in Shayna Strickland. They're doing their best to bring Pentagon and Phoenix in. Yeah, talking about Impact, Abyss and Sanjay Dutt, both of them have left Impact, and most probably they're going to WWE. They will be in NXT working closely with Jeremy Borash, and they will be working backstage. So they are not needed to be wrestlers, but backstage agents, maybe doing some of the booking for NXT. They will be very handy with Jeremy Borash. Sanjay Dutt have been the booker and have been doing a lot of things backstage for Impact, even though his contract was still on. But they let him go because they wanted the guy to go to WWE. And the same thing is with Abyss. I mean, they just inducted the guy into the Hall of Fame. I never thought in my life that Abyss will leave Impact. He was very loyal to them, and I thought he would stay loyal for a while. The card for New Japan's New Beginning show in USA was kind of controversial. When the card came out, there weren't a lot of Japanese guys in those matches. So many people wondered, why did they do that? They brought a lot of Ring of Honor guys. There's a couple of their young lions in the LA dojo that they wanted to have some matches there. And some of the fans were furious about this as they bought the tickets and they were expecting some Japanese wrestlers. Until New Japan issued a statement saying, "It was with great disappointment that we must announce that due to the ongoing 2018 and 19 United States federal government shutdown, we were unable to obtain visas to our Japanese talents to visit USA." Man, that sucks. I hope this shutdown that's happening in America will be fixed and we won't get the same problem coming up, in the next months. AEW announced that they signed with Jungle Boy. He's an indie wrestler. He was part of PWG, and they say there's a lot of potential in the guy coming up in the future. They announced that there will be special guests and ticket information for Double or Nothing, including more announcements on February 7th, as they will do a free event in the MGM Grand Hotel, and it will be airing live on the social media platforms. On the YouTube channel, you can check it out on Being the Elite. On Twitter, it's at AE Wrestling. On Facebook, /The Young Bucks. And on Instagram, it's at the Brandy Rhodes. And Brandy Rhodes herself has teased that there will be more women announcements on that show. So February 7th at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern, there will be more announcements for AEW. And now, let's come back to our main topic, and that's Ronda Rousey. But before I talk about Ronda Rousey, Rey Mysterio, just a couple of hours back, he actually showed up for an NXT live show in San Diego. How crazy is that? Conor Reeves came out and he was bashing the city of San Diego, and all of a sudden Rey Mysterio comes out and he takes care of Conor Reeves. He didn't have a match or anything. Like Conor Reeves attacked him and then he fought back. He did like a 619 on the guy and they just left. Then he thanked the fans and thanked all the talents on NXT, which I think is a cool thing. I mean, if I was in the crowd there and I was expecting just an NXT show and all of a sudden Rey Mysterio comes out, that must be a cool moment. And lastly, I've been teasing this for a long time now, Ronda Rousey. So Ronda Rousey, according to the latest newsletter of the Wrestling Observer, there is a very good chance that Ronda Rousey will be finishing up with WWE at WrestleMania. As she wants to start a family, she may be away for a while. So many people read this and they thought, oh, Ronda Rousey is finishing up with WWE and she's not coming back. TMZ Sports countered that, saying Ronda Rousey is under contract with WWE until April 10, 2021. Whether she wants to start a family or not is just a private matter. So then Dave Meltzer on his podcast, Wrestling Observer Radio, he talked about the details of what he wrote, and he says, yeah, she wants to start a family, and most probably she's dropping the title to Becky Lynch, in which I think it's a great idea. And that's one of the reasons that Charlotte Flair should be in that match and have it as a triple threat. I think if Ronda Rousey is leaving, she should drop the title to Becky Lynch, and that match is going to be great if they're going to have a triple threat match, because if she's leaving for sure, then they can continue the story between Becky Lynch and Charlotte. So now having a triple threat match makes sense. And that's what happened. I mean, there have been reports before. Ric Flair once, he said that, oh, Ronda Rousey only has a 1-year contract. And many people responded to that saying, no, that's not true. And I'm sure her match with Sasha Banks at the Royal Rumble will be awesome. The next pay-per-view, there is 2 more pay-per-views, Elimination Chamber and Fastlane. And in those pay-per-views, if she goes against Ruby Riott and she goes against Bayley, those 2 matches can be awesome too. And in the main event of WrestleMania, hopefully they give it to the women. If she goes against Charlotte and Becky, I'm sure they're gonna blow the roof off, and that match will be great. But recently, as I was checking on social media, many people say, oh, Ronda, she was never good and all that shit. No, Ronda Rousey is really good. I know she practices her matches a lot, and that's what wrestlers do. They should practice their matches to have it stand out. So yeah, please don't denigrate Ronda. I think she was great. She made a lot of buzz in WWE, and then Becky Lynch was invented as the man, and there is more buzz about women's wrestling in WWE. And to be honest with you, it's one of the best wrestling in the world. Other than Stardom, they're having awesome matches with Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, Bayley, and Ronda Rousey is one of them. I kind of respect Ronda Rousey. Like, if she wants to start a family even with money and everything around it, stood by it and wants to start a family, why not? And her husband is doing his stuff, they're making money anyways. She has money. Don't shit on Ronda. I know we are wrestling fans, but don't shit on her. I think she was great in the division. And when she comes back after a year, she will be even hotter. Like, Ronda can come back and they can do something really crazy with her and Becky. And that's the report. Mention in the comments below, what do you think about the Ronda Rousey situation? Press a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot. And you can check more videos like this on the side here. Take care, guys.